What's up, guys? So I want to do this before my camera falls off the suitcase that I've currently propped it on. But it's week 2 of vacation and I filmed like 4 workouts but didn't do any of the commentaries and don't want to just put background music because I will get flagged knowing my luck. So I thought it would be cool to try and do it now before going out and doing all types of stuff. We got a gym membership in Auckland for the first week, and even though it continues, the city we're in now, Queenstown, doesn't really have that gym chain. There's only 1 or 2 functioning gyms that have like bodybuilding, powerlifting type of equipment, so we're gonna go there later. But for right now, I wanted to go over this back workout that I did film. And to start off, I wanted to just show you around the gym, well, just a little bit. That's the pull-up machine that I started off with for the back workout, and then that's kind of like a landscape view of the gym. It's not huge, but it had everything that we needed, so it was like pretty cool. For my warm-up, I did try and do pull-ups. You can't see the top half of it, but I went over the bar. That's how I count a full rep. Half a rep is if I just make it to the bar. So I'm up to 3.5, and my goal is to be able to do like 8 by the end of the year. So every back workout I start with those, because if I do them later, I will not be able to do any at all because I just get very tired very quickly when it comes to my back. I found a cable lat pull down machine right next to the a cable lat pull down machine next to the pull up machine. So I did that for 4 sets of 10, and then I did supersets for the entire workout, so I labeled them. But for this, the entire idea was to contract the back muscles, and by working my upper back, what I intend to do is work my mid back a lot more than my upper back. But I want to focus on working my upper back, and I recommend everyone do that because then by having like a wider upper back, you give the illusion of having a slimmer waist, and that's something I struggle with just because my body composition doesn't naturally make that like X, so I want to at least fake it until I make it. And so I supersetted those with single arm cable rows just because it was on the same machine, and I enjoy them and I think they're fun. I try and do single arm stuff as much as I possibly can because I do a lot of things with my right hand because I'm right-handed, so my right arm is significantly stronger, my left leg is significantly stronger than my left side, so I constantly am trying to make up for that difference. I've done a bit of it and I'm getting better at it, but it could always be worked on. And so I sped up the reps here just to show that I did both sides. And the other thing is try not to move the rest of your body and just focus on using your arm to pull back. Don't go back and forth like this because then you're not really using the muscle as much. And that's just another view of the exercise. So 10 to 12 lat pull down supersetted with 10 to 12 seated rows on each side. And now for the second exercise, the camera fell. But for the second exercise, I went on to the classic straight bar lat pull down, and I found this on the other side of the gym, but I did this underhand. So if you do it underhand, you tend to work your bicep more than just your back, and so I'd like to do this just so I can work on different grips on pull-ups as well, because for a pull-up you can do the neutral grip, you can do overhand, or you can do underhand. So I wanted to practice underhand just because I wanted to incorporate my biceps without doing a curl, and also by doing it this way you just use your mid back more than your wide back, so at least I will have like that balanced type of look there. And you can see them again. But the other idea is I'm jumping a lot in this because the weight was a little too heavy. Choose a weight where you're not doing what I'm doing. Do not like jump up and down your seat because then you're not utilizing your muscles effectively, and then you're not really making the most of the exercise. I say that a lot, but you should make the most of your time in the gym because you're only there for like 45 minutes to an hour. So I supersetted those with cable rear delt flies. Most people do these on shoulder day. I don't because I consider them like on my back. They're right here between your shoulder and your neck on the back. A lot of exercises don't significantly target this area, and this exercise I find better than using dumbbells because with dumbbells I like use resistance more than I do the actual muscle, and I feel it a lot more with the cable because you have constant tension, and that's one of the benefits of using a cable for most exercises. So by doing it with the cable I was able to feel it a lot more, so I supersetted those, did again 10 to 12 and then 10 to 12 based on how much I could do. For the third superset, I started off with dumbbell rows. This is another exercise I'm working on just because for some reason I was able to increase the weight of the dumbbell a lot in a year. So I went from like 20 to 40. So the dumbbell I'm using now is, well, it's, what is it? Like 17.5 kg or like 38 pounds or something. So I was able to increase that by like almost 20 pounds in a year, and I want to be able to do 50. So a 50-pound dumbbell for at least 10 reps. And I supersetted that with upright rows. Upright rows target your traps a lot if you're not careful, but if you contract your back and push your shoulder back, then you're able to use your back muscles and your lat muscles a lot more. And the reason I like upright rows is simply because they help me with my posture and they remind me that I need to stand up straight. And that's something I struggle with a lot. If you're working your back, one thing you should do is stretch by holding your hands together behind you and pushing back, and that'll remind you not to hunch over, so that the muscle you're making is trained so that you're standing up straight instead of hunching over, because the added muscle may add weight and want to make you go like this. Instead, try and pushing yourself back. Another view of the upright row. Again, I was very tired because I was filming the last sets of all the exercises, which is a bad idea, but I was kind of tired, so I wasn't able to stand straight the entire time. So focus on standing back. Use a lighter weight if you have to. And then for the last exercise I did cable bicep curls. I considered doing them with the dumbbell, but I was getting bored of dumbbells, and I like the constant tension of having the cable, so even if I am going back and forth a little bit, as you see, there's still like the tension, and then vanishes in the back doing straight bar pull downs. I didn't end up doing those, but I usually do. For these, I like to keep my other hand on my hip and not use as much momentum as possible. So the other trick for this is to hold your core really tight and try and imagine the fact that only this part of your arm can move and nothing else in your entire body is able to move or help you. So you're basically standing still, and the only joint that's working is basically here, so that you are only focusing on your bicep. I only do usually one bicep exercise because I end up using them a lot for everything else and I don't need to grow them, so I do them just for the sake of balance, nothing else. And I found one of the ankle straps, and so instead of finishing off with more back, I ended up doing cable kickbacks and supersetting that with straight bar deadlifts. I considered doing a cable deadlift, but I haven't mastered those yet enough to be able to do them effectively. I end up like going back and forth a lot. But with the cable kickbacks, if you hold on, the lower you go and the more of a right angle you make, the less pain you should feel in your lower back, which is something that I didn't know, and so I would always be in so much pain afterwards. But now it's getting better because I've learned that if you basically straighten your back more, hold on to the bar, and make sure your body's positioned at a more extreme angle, then you'll be able to concentrate on the muscle and isolate it a lot more while also protecting your lower back. And now you can see the straight bar deadlifts and someone stretching in the back. I should probably have told them I was filming, but it's okay. The camera was really obvious though, so I don't feel entirely bad. And yeah, so that's the entire back workout with 2 leg exercises because I like to do that. I don't know, legs are the thing that I want to work on the most, so I always incorporate them even when theoretically I shouldn't. But it's okay. And I wanted to add, I made an account on bodybuilding.com. My username is Alina, ALINA AMIR1214, so I mean I can add that on the screen. But yeah, I'm participating in the 250k challenge, transform your body. I don't know the exact name, but I uploaded progress pictures today if you want to check that out. If not, it's okay. I'll probably talk about that here sometimes. But yeah, on vacation I've been pretty lax with a lot of what I'm doing because I've been trying to enjoy the sights and celebrate graduating school, so I haven't been on point with my eating as much as I should be, and as a result I consider not sharing my weight on YouTube or anything like that, or like public, but I guess it really shouldn't matter if I want to be able to preach body positivity and complete honest disclosure. So I can tell you, I weighed when I started school in the first week of September, I was 125. The lowest I ever got was 123.6 or something like that. but I was like 125 pretty consistently. And then at the end of the semester, after my last final, I weighed myself again, and I was 134. And that was really it was terrifying. I was very upset with myself about that. And now that I'm watching these clips, I can see like where those 9 pounds figured out place to lodge onto my body. But the goal is to lose all of that, maybe more. I'm not sure, because I have also built muscle this semester. I know that, because if I didn't have time for cardio, I made sure I had time for at least building and maintaining muscle, because it's easier to strip fat later than it is to strip fat now, then build muscle and all of that. So I think I have enough muscle, maybe not as much as I need in order to achieve the look that I want, but I have a good starting base, so I want to see how I can do with that. The 9 pounds was like a wake-up call for me. This trip I haven't been on my best behavior either, but at least I've been working out consistently, so I mean that should help. And then when I get back, working out consistently on top of having an active lifestyle and trying to incorporate cardio and all of that will maybe make me eligible to win this contest. But more importantly, I'll feel a lot better about the way I look and the way I feel. Right now I can feel the weight. I can feel heavier, a little more sluggish than I want, like my skin breaks out and all of that stuff. So I'm hoping that that'll go away and maybe these like cheeks will like suck in a bit, because I think the first place I gain weight is maybe and then everywhere else. I basically gain weight everywhere but my upper back, which I don't know how that works, but it's fine. I mean, I'll work with it. So yeah, I'll keep you all posted on that. If you want like pictures and stuff, progress pictures, and I'll probably just post them on the instead of here for now. And maybe I'll do one of those, what is it called? Oh, current physique update things, but I'm still working on being okay with doing that. So until then, I hope you enjoy the back workout. I encourage you to try it. Don't only work one body part. Don't do what I do, which is work legs all the time and then forget you have an upper body. And I hope I'll see you soon. I have 2 other videos prepared, so I'll do the commentaries on those very quickly, and then I'll see you all soon.